Hey friends, it's Cinco de Mayo, so you know what that means. Actually, most of us don't know what that means, so I googled it. It is a celebration of of Mexico driving the French out of Mexico. That's celebrated on May the 5th, mostly in America. So what I want to do is I want to show and share my favorite action figures from wrestlers who are from south of the border to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and what better place to start than my absolute favorite, Pentagon Jr. I have been a big fan of his ever since I saw him on Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground was a great wrestling show that was on the El Rey Network. It was produced and directed by Robert Rodriguez, who did such films as Machete, Mariachi, a lot of great movies. And the production quality was high. Um, the matches were taped in front of a great live audience in a smaller setting, and so everything was really up close, and the people that were there were really, really, really excited to be there. They had live bands and a lot of celebrities. You would see Danny Trejo there, and you had a lot of wrestlers that you see now in other companies. You had Pentagon Jr., who is now in AEW. His brother Ray Phoenix, Prince Puma, who is now in WWE as Ricochet. King Cuerno, he is in WWE as Santos Escobar. He was in Lucha Underground. Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny TV, and his wife, Lucha Underground. Um, Brian Cage, I could go on and on and on and on. But he's really stood out to me because his aesthetic was nothing like what you saw there. Not only in his dynamic dress, but in the way that he wrestled. He didn't talk a whole lot, but through just his mannerisms and his expressions, he could create, a level of menace that will make you dislike him, make you fear him, or draw sympathy as a babyface wrestler. All really, with only a third of his face because the mask covered, the eyes and head and everything else, and so he had a lot less to um, connect with you with. But he had a very, very dynamic style, and if you look at his gear, um, it is a kind of a homage to the stable he was in Mexico called Perros del Mar. It was actually within a few different companies in Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. And then on some of his gears, he would actually have the Perros logo, which was kind of like scratches along, the torso or back or whatever on a t-shirt. But you don't see that so much here, but it is something that he has carried with him. And he is a very toyetic character. What I mean by toyetic is somebody who just you look at them and you have a lot you could work with from the presentation that they bring. He's not the biggest wrestler, but what he does is he has a very bulky costume, and he has a wide variety of colors, but the suit doesn't change. And you talk about the mask, it is, luchadors and their looks, and especially their mask, or something that is kind of like a signature. And you don't copy somebody else's. It can be handed down to you, but you can't just, you have to come up with your own stuff. And his is very cool because it pays homage not only to, Lucha Libre, but he has almost a ninja type look to him, kind of a Eastern look to his aesthetic. Yeah, the star right here in the middle of the mask. the dragon on the side of the mask. Very cool stuff here. You know, these are great figures. I want to get my hands on every one. This is the first Pentagon Jr. I was able to find, and it's currently going for like 60 something bucks. But I don't collect to resell or hope they appreciate value. If I buy it, I'm going to open it, I'm going to pose it, I'm going to have fun with it. And this is the second one I've been able to find. It's the black and gold, a very dynamic look, to say the least. He has other great figures out there that I want to get my hands on. And actually another one from Boss Fight Studios, where he has the Perros Del Mal shirt along with the pants and this belt here. Very samurai-esque appearance. And then each one came with different hands. We have the kind of open gripping hands that you see on this black and white one. And then you have his trademark taunt, his Zero Miedo, which means no fear in Spanish. So that is my Pentagon Jr. action figures. And stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be doing a couple more of these videos talking about some of my favorite wrestlers from south of the border for Cinco de Mayo. You guys have a good one. Please come back to the channel if you like it. Subscribe. There's going to be more comic content, more action figure content. And I'll see you guys later. Keep buying them toys.